Honorable Mr. Maximiliano Proaño, Deputy Minister of the Environment, Ms. Georgiana Braga Oriad, Resident Representative UNDP Chile, Ms. Claudia Paratori, Coordinator of National Ozone Unit, Mr. Klaus Schmidt, President of the Chilean Chamber of Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Equipment, representatives of institutions, private sector, and friends of the ozone unit. I am honored to deliver a message today to mark the 35th anniversary of Chile's ratification of the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer. This year is also the 40th anniversary of the adoption of the Vienna Convention for the Protection of the Ozone Layer, which Chile ratified around the same time as it ratified the Montreal Protocol in March 1990. This shows that Chile was already well aware and committed to global environmental protection even before its own environmental legislation came into force later in 1994. I thank the government of Chile for inviting me to deliver a statement at this special event and congratulate Chile for 35 years of successful implementation of the Montreal Protocol, contributing to the global efforts to phase out ozone-depleting substances, or ODSs. Chile has been an active presence at the ozone meetings since the 1990s, when it was a member of the Implementation Committee from 1992 to 1995, 2018 to 2019, and again from 2021 to 2022. More recently, Chile served as Vice President and President of the Implementation Committee in 2023 and 24, respectively. Chile was also a co-chair of the Open-Ended Working Group in 2004 and again in 2022, as well as a member of the Multilateral Fund's Executive Committee in 1996 and in 2020. Chile's delegation to these meetings consists of very capable representatives of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the National Ozone Unit, contributing to the discussions in a constructive manner, supporting collaboration among parties, and building consensus. We really appreciate Chile's proactive contribution and participation. So thank you so much. The ozone layer problem started in 1974 when our Nobel laureates Mario Molina and Sherwood Rowland alerted the world that CFCs that were widely used in refrigerators, air conditioners, aerosols, and foams may be destroying the ozone layer, which could lead to devastating impact on the human health and the environment from the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. It was a controversial hypothesis at that time, but based on the precautionary principle to act on the potential risk before the hard scientific evidence became available, UNEP mobilized international action to carry out studies on the issue under the World Plan of Action on the ozone layer, adopted in 1976. What followed was the adoption of the Vienna Convention in 1985, which was a framework convention focusing on international scientific cooperation. The convention laid the groundwork for the Montreal Protocol, which was adopted 2 years later in 1987, to reduce the production and consumption of ODSs to avert the potential disaster from the destruction of the ozone layer. It is estimated that protecting the ozone layer, up to 2 million cases of skin cancer is avoided each year by 2030, and millions of cases of cataracts are prevented worldwide. Almost $460 billion in damages to agriculture, fisheries, and materials are estimated to be avoided between 1987 and 2060. So far, with universal ratification and successful global partnership, 99% of about 100 ODSs have been phased out, and the ozone layer is on a path to recovery. The recent findings by scientists show that for the first time and with 95% confidence that the Antarctic ozone hole is recovering, due primarily to the reduction of ODSs thanks to the Montreal Protocol. The final leg in eliminating ODSs is the phase-out of HCFCs. Chile is now implementing Stage 3 of HCFC phase-out management plan under the Multilateral Fund to completely phase out HCFCs by January 2030. Now, in addition to saving the ozone layer, the Montreal Protocol has been protecting our global climate. It is estimated that ODSs that have been phased out globally from the baseline levels amounts to about 366 gigatons in CO2 equivalent. Using our CO2 equivalent app, Chile has phased out over 9 megatons of CO2 equivalent over the years. So congratulations for this. It is with thanks and appreciation to the Ministry of the Environment and its National Ozone Unit, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Customs Authorities, the Ministry of Energy, Agriculture and Health, and the private sector for all the coordinated and successful work on the Montreal Protocol for 35 years. It is your dedication and commitment that have made such achievements possible, and not only in Chile, but towards the global efforts under the Montreal Protocol as a whole. Chile has been in compliance with the Montreal Protocol over the years, especially after the ozone law and the licensing and quota systems were put in place in 2006. The successful implementation of the law and the licensing system put an end to a number of cases of non-compliance that Chile had in early 2000s. So very well done. Now looking ahead, we need to keep ozone layer recovery on track while increasing the positive climate impacts of the Montreal Protocol, particularly through the Kigali Amendment, which Chile ratified 7 years ago. With full global implementation of the Kigali Amendment that focuses on the phase down of highly global warming HFCs, up to 0.5 degrees centigrade of warming could be avoided by 2100. By enhancing energy efficiency at the same time, this climate benefit may potentially double to 1 degree centigrade. Please remain determined in your implementation of these important ozone treaties, as we now redouble our efforts towards full ratification and implementation of the Kigali Amendment to fully deliver on its climate benefits. We look forward to continue working with Chile to make this happen and count on you to remain a steadfast partner in this journey. Thank you very much and congratulations once again.